Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I am back with How to Kill Kit with Style layout share. So I had so much fun this month. You guys know I love Felicity Jane. So I was very, very happy that my mom gifted me with the Aspen collection so I could play with it again so soon. I got 11 layouts done this month, which is really good for Felicity Jane. Usually I'm happy if I can at least get 8 out of a kit because you only get 8 12 by 12s. So getting 11 layouts squeezed out of a collection where you only have 8 12 by 12s is really exciting. It also helped that she gave me the 6 by 6 pack too, because again, extra paper, so I can stretch more, which is really exciting. So I'm just gonna go through those 11 layouts and then I'll go through what's left over. But the first one, I was really excited to do the mustard and navy color scheme. So I loved how this one turned out. I just used one 12 by 12 and then pretty much just used a couple 6 by 6 papers for the layering, and I pulled in some branding strips. This mustard grid scrap that you'll see on a couple pages was actually a scrap from a previous Felicity Jane collection that I pulled in because I knew there was mustard in this collection. So I'm really happy I got that scrap used up. One of the journaling cards, a couple of the stickers, one of the frames, chipboard hearts, this really sweet navy fringe scallop. I love these fringy scallops that have come in this kit. Is so fun. So that was layout 1. Layout 2, again, I was working with the mustard and navy, but trying to pull in a couple of the multicolor pieces. So the houses, this diagonal stripe, some of the multicolor embellishments, I thought was really sweet. Here again is that mustard grid scrap from my other collection I pulled in. I used the light blue fringy scallop, and some trim from Ronnie. I love this pink soft trim. So again, super cute. I got the roommates piece used up. I was really worried I wasn't going to get used up this month because Austin, our best man, was Marcus's roommate. So I was really, really happy I actually got a chance to use it. I love the exposed scallop from the solid that I got to use up here. There are a couple of these pages where, again, I went back and added a couple leftover bits at the end of the month, just because the earlier pages tend to be more simple, so I can try and stretch as much as possible. So I did go back and add a couple pieces you'll see that you may have not seen in the process video that I really think help beef out some of the earlier, simpler pages. But this was layout 2, and I was really happy I got the house die cut used up. So cute. Because both of these were kind of on the mustard and yellow color scheme, I really wanted to do a multicolored page next. I kind of also felt like the design and the way I layer for both of these were very similar. So I wanted to do something very, very different. So this one was a ton of fun. I actually took the info sheets from the 6 by 6 pad. You got 2 info sheets. So I had all of these scraps, and I ended up making this really cool border design with them on the top and bottom, and then just using another 6 by 6 as my layer here. So this was really fun. I actually did not touch any 12 by 12 paper for this entire layout. I just pulled a white scrap of paper in from my stash and used exclusively the 6 by 6 paper. So that was a lot of fun. I got the darker pink scallop, fringy scallop used up. These rubber pieces are actually from another older Felicity Jane. I think it was the Rebecca collection. I might be wrong. But these rubber charms were left over from a previous Felicity Jane kit that I went ahead and pulled in since the colors were on theme. So I love that. That was the rehearsal dinner that I was documenting. And then I decided to go back to my comfort zone, picking 2 colors to work with. And I loved the way the pink and the green looked together. It was just so dreamy. And so for these photos of me getting ready in my wedding dress with my mom and my sister, I just thought that color scheme was perfect. I did pull in some heart die cuts from Ronnie, did a torn branding strip detail here, a couple pocket cards, and here's another heart die cut from Ronnie too. But I think this one turned out so sweet. I really like the simplicity of just those 2 colors. Looked so, so nice. And I just think the pink with my mom's dress looks beautiful. So super pleased with that one. And then The piece of the pink that was behind all of this, I gutted and actually used as the background for my next page. So it really looks like I actually had two 12 by 12s of this, but it's really the same 12 by 12 that I got two layouts out of. So you can see I pieced it all together on some black. So behind the photos, there is nothing, which is another really great way to kind of gut and stretch your stash. For these two, I really wanted to show you this go-to design that I really, really love. I usually get a lot of good feedback when I kind of do this type of design using 3 4x6 photos, because I think a lot of people prefer to do multi-photo layouts. And I love this go-to design. So I was really excited to show you kind of back to back how I use the same design for vertical and horizontal photos. So you can kind of see I just took the same design and kind of flipped it and that is my other page. So this was while I was getting dressed. Marcus was kind of meeting guests and stuff outside of the church. So I really wanted to keep going. I loved that I could use the same pink because these things were kind of happening at the same time. So I love that. But because of all of the blue, I decided to do pink and blue instead of pink and green, which I think is really, really sweet. And then I used the lighter pink fringe on this one with the little blue mini frame. This die cut piece was super sweet. It was sent to me. 4 wedding pages from Jennifer. She has a whole little goodie bag she sent me. So I was dying to get another one of those used up on another wedding page. I think that was just the perfect detail to kind of fill in this little area. And this 2 and this 1 was actually gutted from these 2 pocket cards that I pieced together to form this layer. I was really happy I got those used up because that was another thing I wasn't sure how I would use this month, but I got them used up as a date. So that was really fun. And then for this one, I don't know if this was a sketch inspired, I can't remember, but it'll be in this process video. I really wanted to do kind of a similar design as this, but showing you if you only have 1 or even 2 photos, you could still do this go-to design. You don't have to have it be a whole column. So this is another way you can use this go-to design. I just used 2 6x6s here in this stripe to form this column. And then again, branched out in a very similar way where I have my photo and my cluster. So another kind of crossover, how you could tweak this same go-to design to create another page. I kind of felt it was too plain up in this corner, so I did just fold the corner over and do a little peekaboo with this heart pocket card, which I think is really cute. And then some sequins for fun, a branding strip over here, and another one of Ronnie's heart die cuts, which I think is really, really sweet. But this was actually when I was president of the Horsemen's Association at the University of Georgia, and we went, we got to meet a United Kingdom, a British Olympian, Lucinda Green. She was amazing, and kind of watch her cross-country clinic, which was a lot of fun. So that is that page. And then this one, definitely wanted to do something super different. This was a scrap lift for the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. We all scrap lifted Stacy, and I loved this one that she did based off of this circular design. So I kind of just did the same circle detail with banners coming out and a cluster at the top. I really wanted to keep it that mustard and navy. I really wanted to get Aspen used up. And so since she's got this black and white gingham vest, I took the opportunity to use the little black and white gingham scrap and add a couple little black elements on top of the navy. But I got this little house used up from one of the mustard pocket cards, and these navy die cuts were also from Jennifer. So I was super happy I got to pull those in. But I think that's very cute. Love it. And then this is probably, I don't know, this might be my favorite page I did this month. I'm absolutely in love with this. This is for Stretch the Sketch. I took a 12 by 12 sketch and compressed it into this little 8.5 by 11. And I absolutely love the color blocking, and I am obsessed with this golden retriever die cut that Lisa sent me. I just love it so much. So this was a lot of fun. I definitely got to use embellishment from each color kind of on its colored block, which I've always wanted to do and never really had a chance to do. So So I really, really love that. And this sweet golden retriever cut file, it says life is golden, I just thought was perfect for a Billy page. I was really, really thrilled about this one, and I just matted it on the multicolored floral once I was done, which is why, again, I was happy that some of these things went off of the 8.5 by 11 to kind of connect it to the rest of the page. But really simple, but I love this page so much. That cut file is adorable. The next one's pretty simple. This is just documenting my wedding bouquet. I think there will at least be one more page about the wedding bouquet on top of all the pictures of me holding it. But I really wanted just a clean, simple page where you could really appreciate the photo. So I used this beautiful heart cut file again from Lisa, and then just try to get a lot of the blue and pink scraps used up. This was for scrap 5, so I did have to have a cardstock base. So I just had the pink one left, so that's the one I went with. As well as like sequins, something new, inked edges. So that was a lot of fun too. And thank you everyone for letting me know. It was really late when I made this page and I had spelled bouquet wrong. So just to make everybody feel better, I did go back and fix it. So no worries, I've spelled it correctly now. Thank you everyone who let me know. And then the next one is my strawberry lemonade inspired layout. So I really wanted to do the pink and the yellow and give it a really playful, chaotic look with mixing and matching all the stripes and polka dots. So this one was a lot of fun too, but it was documenting a puppy meeting from when Billy was, I think he was 3 months here. And I kind of think like the chaotic, stripy polka dot mix of patterns really kind of leaned into the chaos that was this little puppy meeting for the Guide Dog Foundation. So I was really happy to get all of those scraps used up. I got the chair used up with some more embellishment. I did some stitching along the bottom in pink, which was a lot of fun. And again, scallop. I really love how the scallop looks. So I just recreated it again with a border punch here and some white along the bottom. But I really like how that one turned out. And then the final page also was chaotic. These last 2 pages were very chaotic, but it was a lot of fun to play with all of the scraps. So this was my big multicolor stash busting final layout documenting Billy's Facebook page. So there's just there's a lot going on here. It just it was a real lot of fun to make. I did get the info card from the 12 by 12 pack used up, so I got both of the info cards from the 6 by 6 pack used up, as well as the info card from the 12 by 12 used up here, and just piled on a ton of layers and had a lot of fun with the multicolored bits. And I am aware this one looks crazy, but I had a lot of fun making it. So that's everything I made this month. I feel like there's a good variety of simple layouts and crazy layouts and, you know, multicolored versus just picking 2 colors. I love the whole just pick 2 colors and roll with it type of thing. I do that a lot in the beginning of the month. And then this is what happens at the end of the month when I have a ton of multicolored pieces left over that I need to get used up. But I had a lot of fun this month with playing with all this. So I'm going to show you guys what I have left over. Let's see. So branding strip wise, I only have 1 branding strip left from the collection, which is the multicolored trees. This is really cute, but it just read too Christmassy to me. So I'm going to try and put it with my Christmas stuff and hopefully do a fun multicolored Christmassy page maybe next year whenever I document Christmas. But I couldn't see these little pine trees and use them for anything else. So this one was left over. And then the black and white polka dot branding strip. This was from the info card. So it wasn't technically a branding strip from the collection, but I do always try to use these as well. And I did not get it used up this month. So I do have those 2 branding strips, which I kind of feel like is canceled out because I pulled in those 2 mustard grid branding strips from a previous collection and got those used up. So I don't think that's too bad. As far as the 6 by 6 pad, this is all that is left from the 6 by 6 paper is this multicolored stripe with the navy and pink heart backing. I really like this, but again, I did a lot of, I did maybe like 2 multicolor layouts this month, and most of the other ones were just picking 2 colors to work with. So I just didn't have a huge opportunity to get the multicolored scraps used up. So I do have those from the 6x6 pad, which I don't think is bad. And then from the actual pattern paper, this is all that's left from the solids. I have a little scrap of the mustard and pink and a tiny scrap of the navy and green. And then from the actual pattern paper, I just have a little bit of the floral and green grid and the yellow polka dot and the multicolored stripe. So again, I don't think that's too bad. That's the pattern paper. From the pocket cards, I don't even know if you want to count this. It's what comes with the collection. So, or with the kits, the orders this month, but it has Aspen on it. So I was still hoping I could get it used up and I didn't, but that technically is not a pocket card. I'm including it. I did not touch these two. Again, they're multicolored, so I just didn't really have a chance to use them. And then I just have a couple scraps left over. So I did use these pocket cards, but just not all of it. So that's all the pocket cards I have left over. And then from the journaling cards, we also had a whole pack of journaling cards, which I thought I used a lot of them, but I actually still have 3 left over. But these will be great. Anytime I use a Felicity Jane collection that has these colors in it, I will just pull them in and have a journaling spot for when I do those future pages. So I still have 3 of these left over too. But that's all the paper I have left over. And then I knew I would have some more chipboard hearts left because where's the packet for these? I don't know. I'll find it in a minute. Because they gave you a ton. So I used about half of it, which I think is pretty good. I got them on almost every page, but still plenty left over. So again, anytime I'm using any kind of collection, but especially Felicity Jane, and they have any of these colors in them, I'll just pull this back in for embellishment. And then the sticker sheet, I used everything. I was very happy with the sticker sheet. I got everything used up. The other 2 things, I just found this. I pulled it in the beginning of the month because it went really, really well with this collection. And then I immediately covered it up with something else on my desk and forgot it existed. So I did not use the crystal stamp set at all, even though it coordinates with the Aspen collection really, really well. I completely forgot to stamp this month. So whoops. I did just want to mention that. I found it as I was going through my desk to find the leftovers of everything and realized I didn't use it at all. And then the other thing I did not use at all, which I told you guys was going to be the case, was the alpha sheet. I absolutely adore this black puffy alphabet. I love the font. I love the color and the size and the hearts along the bottom. And there's just not really black in this collection. So I preferred to use my kind of Felicity Jane color coordinated tile alphas this month because these went really well with this collection versus this. And now I have a whole sheet of these alphabets to use when I need them. So I did not use these and I don't feel bad about it at all. So that's what I have left over this month. A little more than usual, but still not bad. Thank you again, Mom, for the Aspen collection. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out everyone else who played along with How to Kill a Kit with Style to see how they did this month. And stay tuned for tomorrow. We will be doing our May kit shares so you can see what we're playing with next month. Do I want to do a sneaky peek? I feel like I've committed to doing this now. So, boop. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow.